this practice, Dr. Lawson has done an amazing job of being a very vocal advocate in the rheumatology space, not only on the state level, but also nationally. And he took me with him with the American College of Rheumatology up to Washington. And that was the first time I'd ever gone.
Really? What was that
And
like?
it was a trip. It was a,
How long ago?
this was about 8 years ago.
Okay.
And, and I'm thinking, oh, we're going to, to Congress, and we're going to be meeting with congressmen. And, I have to look just a certain way, so I'm
Yeah.
all decked out and whatever. And I love the way that ACR did that thing, because it had healthcare providers and it also had patients. And so it was, we can tell you what it looks like from the business perspective, but here's the patient and the patient story.
Mm.
And this patient also happens to be in your district, and so am
And a
I,
registered
kind of a
voter.
thing. Yeah, we are registered voters. We are constituents. So going to Washington, I've got all these grand ideas of what it's going to be. And we go in, and in the first office, we're meeting with staffers. And I'm like, well, that's just rude. I wanted to meet with my congressman. That's what I
Yeah.
need to, what I have learned over time is the Congress people are so busy and so
Right.
drawn out into so many other things. So they have not all the stuff, but they have staff in their office that handle and are kind of assigned to certain areas.
Right.
And so that person really is like the go out and learn all about it and then come back and give the
Yeah.
condensed version to the congressperson.
They want the cliff notes, right? They
Yeah.
just, the highlight reel. Don't give me.
That's right. They distill it
Yeah.
down to the cliff notes. That's a
Yeah.
very good way of saying it. That first trip, I can remember sitting there going, these people are just out of college.
Yeah.
They
Oh,
don't
really?
they don't even know how to pay their own bills. They're still on mom and dad's cell phone plans,
Right. Right.
and those were things that were going through my mind. And it was like, how does this process work? This is crazy. But now, having been doing that all of these years, because I go usually once, sometimes twice, and sometimes even more than that, those are the people that have the time for you to develop the relationship with them, and to be able to pick up the phone and say, hey, we're seeing XYZ happening out here with the reimbursement or whatever. What are you all seeing? Or, hey, if you ever need somebody out in the real world to come into a practice to see what's going on, feel free to call on me, kind of a thing.
Right.
And so the staffers are the ones that you really need to make the relationship with.
Interesting.